What is going on, everyone? Welcome to the Poke Office. My name is Colin. Today's video is all about Sword and Shield booster boxes. We'll also look at the Scarlet and Violet booster boxes, but the big ticket item here is the Sword and Shield ones. I really think, this is just an opinion, but I think that Sword and Shield, we're running out of time to buy booster boxes for under 160, even under $200. The time is moving on. We're getting into the middle part of Scarlet and Violet era. Sword and Shield era, in my opinion, is a thing of the past. I would be pretty shocked to see reprints now, even though I've said before, and I'll say it again, Pokemon could easily reprint whatever they want to. I just don't think they're going to, based on what they've done in years past. So lots of the booster boxes in Sword and Shield are on the rise, so it's going to be really interesting. So we'll look at the data, but before we do that, I got a giveaway going on right now as I'm nearing 9,000 subscribers. So if you want to be entered to win this Charizard EX Super Rare from Japanese 151, the Gem Mint 10, an absolutely gorgeous card, I'm going to send it to one lucky subscriber. So to be entered to win, make sure to subscribe to the channel with bell notifications on, hit the like button, and leave a comment on every video from now until I hit 9,000. I will be mentioning it in every video. So if you want to be entered to win, do all those things. Let's get to this booster box data. Okay, so we'll start off with Sword and Shield base set. This one, actually all the graphs are 3 months long, so we'll just look at the last 3 months worth of data. The Sword and Shield base set actually down a significant amount, 5.1% from 285.95 to 271.27. I think after looking at Sun and Moon base set, Sword and Shield base set, they kind of reached this cap over a certain period of time where, there's not a lot to get out of Sword and Shield base. Same with Sun and Moon. There's not a lot to get out of Sun and Moon base. Same with Scarlet and Violet era. Not a ton to get excited about in Scarlet and Violet base set. So I think base set probably is reaching the cap already in terms of market value. Then we have Rebel Clash, which is not a good set either by all accounts, yet this one continues to rise. So this one's up 4.9%, $220.26 is where it was 3 months ago. Now it's at $231.18. So, I guess in some sense, this one is just due to being old, due to being not a lot of printed Rebel Clash booster boxes out there. So maybe this one's going to increase, but if you look back to Sun and Moon again, there's lots of those middle tier, even lower to middle tier booster boxes that never surpass a certain point in the near-ish future anyways. Darkness Ablaze, on the other hand, has been hovering below MSRP for a long time, but it has recently just overtaken MSRP prices, so it's up 13.5% over the last 3 months at $148.30, but it's really actually a nice trend line in the upwards direction. So another set that I'm not that excited about, to be terribly honest with you, but it's old. It's already 3.5 years old, so definitely not going to see too many Darkness Ablaze booster boxes out there in the wild. Vivid Voltage still kind of holding its own here. Not doing too much of anything, is down 1.6%. Currently market price is at $128.42. This one, lots of people were really excited at it in the first little bit there with the Rainbow Pikachu or the Chunkachu. There's some cool gold cards in this set, but again, if you don't pull that Rainbow Pikachu, you're not going to get a lot of value out of this set, so I wouldn't expect that one to go too high either. Then we got Battle Styles, which I think completely opposite about. It's still really cheap. For some reason, people don't like Urshifu and people don't like Battle Styles, but there are some really, really rocking cards in this set, and you can still buy this booster box at a market price of $102.34, which I just think is a steal. I think getting an older Sword and Shield booster box for $100 is ridiculous. So I'm definitely looking to add a couple more of these to my inventory for sure. Now we're getting into the big dogs. Chilling Reign is on fire right now. Started at $146.99, now to $170.94 in the last 3 months, which is a 16.3% gain. Look at that trend line. It is just straight up. And again, even Battle Styles, but even better in Chilling Reign, there's so many pulls to get. I like that there's not a ton of you're not getting pulls all the time. It's kind of hard. You have awesome chase cards like the Blaziken VMAX, like the Galarian Moltres, the Galarian Articuno, and Zapdos. You also have the Gold Snorlax in here, and a whole ton of other ones like all the Calyrex V and VMAX cards, which are absolute gems. I just think really highly of this set. I know lots of YouTubers think really highly of this set. Maybe that is manipulating the market a little bit, but I could see Chilling Reign being one of those boxes that is worth a couple $100 in the near-ish future. Then we all know about Evolving Skies, but it's worth noting that it has continued to increase over the last 3 months. Started at $435.89. That was in the middle of November. Now it's at a $480.03 in the market price, so up 10.1%. This one is just continuing to increase and increase and increase no matter what people throw at it. And again, you have amazing pulls. You have evolutions left, right, and center. You have the Dragonite. You have the Rayquaza V and VMAX cards. And the pull rates are really tough. Like, you're not guaranteed anything. I know a buddy here who has been opening some ETBs of Evolving Skies lately, and literally out of 5 ETBs has gotten like $20 worth of cards. Like, the pull rates are really, really tough here. So tough, but super fun at the same time because it's Evolving Skies. Everyone knows Evolving Skies. Then we got Fusion Strike, which was a little bit trending down, and just in the last like couple weeks here has really, really skyrocketed back up to a new high of the last 3 months. Currently, it's at $158.35 in the market price, so up 6.8%. Another one, Fusion Strike, in my opinion, isn't quite as good as Evolving Skies and Chilling Reign, but you do have the two really amazing cards in this set. You got the Gengar VMAX alternate art, and you have the Espeon VMAX alternate art, which is, I mean, they're just gems. I love them. And Gengar VMAX Alt Art is quickly becoming one of my favorite cards. Thank goodness I pulled that one because it's a tough one to get. Brilliant Stars has been all over the map in the recent, like, probably 12 months, I want to say, up and down and up and down. But now it's starting to rise pretty steadily, currently at $158.61. So over the last 3 months, it's up 17.8%. This one, I've said it lots of times before, but I always find it hard to find Brilliant Stars booster boxes. They're just like not around for some reason, even though you can still get them for MSRP last I checked on Pokemon Center. But before, like when it was $130 market price, like I don't know where that market price was coming from because I could never find them for that price. So this one has always been a little bit confusing to me, but you have the Charizard Alt Art, you have the Charizard Rainbow card, you have the Arceus card. There's Brilliant Stars is a good set, plus the first set out of Sword and Shield that featured the Trainer Gallery, which was pretty epic. Astral Radiance, kind of the slept-on set out of the last 4 out of Sword and Shield, but doing pretty good, up 14.9% over the last 3 months from $119 all the way up to $136.76. Really, you have 2 cards that you're chasing in this set. In my opinion, you got the Machamp V alternate art, and you have that Starmie V Trainer Gallery card. Both are absolute beauties, but Astral Radiance actually a pretty good set. You also have the Dialga, you have the Palkia, you have the Beedrill. There's lots to like. You got the Garchomp Trainer Gallery. So people sleep on Astral Radiance a little bit, but I could see it being like a middle to upper tier class set of Sword and Shield, in my opinion. Lost Origin, we all know that I like Lost Origin. Still hunting for Giratina, and that's, in my opinion, what's really driving this set upwards. You have the 2 chase cards. You have the Giratina V Alt Art, and you have the Aerodactyl V Alt Art, which are really both worth quite a bit of money. And Lost Origin, just another set that people have tended to really gravitate towards, and the trend line is showing it straight up over the last 3 months from $132.33 to $146.11. Okay, finishing off Sword and Shield, we have Silver Tempest, which had those reprints. It had the God boxes, it had the God lunch tins, it had the boxes full of sleeve blisters. I don't think, to my knowledge, there's a God booster box. Hopefully not. That would be crushing to the singles market for sure for Silver Tempest. But this one kind of holding its own, and now it's like slowly creeping back up towards that MSRP price. So currently at $133.10. And both Lost Origin and Silver Tempest have both survived that reprint. That was in October, if I remember correctly. So I could see both of these sets. Like, you got Lost Origin, which we already talked about. Silver Tempest, you have the Rayquaza VMAX from the Trainer Gallery, plus you have that Lugia V alternate art from the main set as your chase cards. And I just think that people are going to want to keep chasing that as well, especially being a later Sword and Shield set. So lots to like about all of the later half of Sword and Shield, in my opinion. And like I said in the introduction, I think personally that Sword and Shield, like, we are running out of time to get these booster boxes for a really good price. I'm pretty sure, in my opinion, not financial advice, but I think that Sword and Shield booster boxes are going to start really, really climbing in price as people buy up the stock. People are hoarding stock and want that sealed product to hold for the long term. So that's where my head is at. I'm doing the same, trying to grab a couple more here and there as I can afford them. Anything from Battle Styles all the way forward to Silver Tempest, I think, is a good buy right now, personally, including Evolving Skies, which, if you've been watching the channel for a while, you know that I just bought a case of it not too long ago. Now, we switch our attention to Scarlet and Violet era, and these are all still really cheap. And here's my warning to you, is that, number one, I think these are going to be cheap for a while. Now, I'm not saying that it's a bad buy, because when they're this cheap, I think it's a pretty good buy to be adding these booster boxes to your collection. However, you're going to be holding on to them for quite a few years before you're going to see increases on them. Specifically for base set, like I mentioned at the start, Sword and Shield base set has kind of reached its cap. Sun and Moon base set kind of has reached its cap, and nothing too crazy to get excited about in Scarlet and Violet base set, so I'd be wary about buying too much of this one, expecting huge gains. But at $87.68, not a bad price whatsoever. Then we have Paldea Evolved, one that I've mentioned lots of times that I think is actually a really, really solid set. Lots of fun to open, lots of really cool chase cards in it, and really, in the grand scheme of things, not a ton of movement here. It's at $95.57. So over the last 3 months, a total change of 7 cents. So I didn't even include the percentage sign. Obsidian Flames is a little bit shocking to me. It's up above $100 again for the first time in a long while, since I looked at it anyways, and up 7.6%. Current market price $104.40. This one, I'm not excited about the set very much, even though you do have the Charizards. You have that Pidgeot, which is really cool. And the illustration rares, to be honest with you, are really cool as well. They're just not holding near enough value for me to be excited to rip into Obsidian Flames. So we'll see into the future if that changes. The complete opposite is true for Paradox Rift. I think it is super fun to open. I think this set has exceeded my expectations greatly, with chase cards like the Roaring Moon and the Iron Valiant and the Goldango. I really, really do enjoy opening this set, but it is quite cheap right now. Current market price is $92.60. I could see this set going even further down, especially the singles, since Paldean Fates has come out, has taken a big hit. And now we're a little over a month away from Temporal Forces. Currently, I've seen pre-order prices right around that $110 to $115 range. Here's my warning to you about pre-order prices. If you want it on the opening day, pre-order it. But as we've seen in every single in every single Scarlet and Violet set so far, pre-order prices are high for sealed product as well. They come down. Now you can get all the booster boxes except for Obsidian Flames for under $100 each. So if you're willing to wait a little bit, Temporal Forces, I would suspect to come down below $100 as well in the market price. So that's all I have for you. We're going to rip open some Astral Radiance packs, so I'll see you on the flip side. All right, so a quick recap. Personally, I think Sword and Shield booster boxes are nearing the time where you're going to see them start to spike quite a bit, especially that later half. Battle Styles is in that weird spot where it's still staying really cheap. Then you have Chilling Reign right afterwards, and everything Chilling Reign and after that is on the increase, it seems like, and I don't think it's going anywhere but up, because they're already, Chilling Reign is already almost 3 years old. Like, we're well past the middle of Sword and Shield era. We're almost into the middle of Scarlet and Violet era, for goodness sakes. So there's going to be big increases. Now, in terms of Scarlet and Violet era stuff, I think that it's still really good buys at this cheap. However, you just got to know that you're going to be holding it for like years. I think 5 years as a minimum, in order to see some good returns on that. But in the grand scheme of things, I think everything Pokemon, like, if you're willing to hold for 5 to 10 years, you're going to see some good increases just in terms of supply and demand. Even though I'm not 100% convinced that we're going to see like the huge gains that we saw during COVID and Sun and Moon era and stuff. So we'll see. It's all yet to be determined. This isn't financial advice. It's just me talking about my thoughts and what I am currently doing myself. I'm just sharing it with you. So let's open up some Astral Radiance, because half the fun, honestly, is just being able to actually rip into packs for me. I love the investing side, but I also do thoroughly enjoy opening packs. I mean, that's what Pokemon is all about for me. So, a little bit of fun, a little bit of investing. All together, it works out for good. All right, Cleaver Hollow to start us off. Yeah, Astral Radiance. I have yet to pull the Machamp and yet to pull the Starmie V. I ended up buying the Starmie V in a PSA Gem Mint 10. Cleaver, nice. That's the first Trainer Gallery card. All right, carrying on. Come on, baby. Yeah, so actually my first ever slab that I bought was that Starmie V Trainer Gallery in a Gem Mint 10. It's an absolutely gorgeous card. I like that Misty's in it. It kind of brings me back to the nostalgia bit. And Starmie is actually one of my favorite Pokemons for whatever reason. Like, never used to be, but there's, what am I trying to say? In Pokemon Go, the shiny Staryu and Starmie are honestly some of my favorite Pokemon. So it kind of has just carried over from that. I think we got something in the back here. Magneton. And this is a rainbow of some sort. If I see in it correctly, 3, 2, 1. Heatran. VMAX. Rainbow card. Alright. Not too shabby. Nothing too crazy out of a Heatran. I'd rather pull the Machamp. But still good. Pulling rainbows is fine. Apparently, I've actually been meaning to do a video about this, so that's a good reminder. But apparently, because they're not printing rainbow cards anymore, there's definitely a little bit of an uptick in some of the rainbow cards, because I don't know if the market price has necessarily gone up too much, but a few people have told me about the fact that local game stores, local card shops have really been kind of asking for them. Just to have them in inventory in case they do go up, I guess is the play. So that would be interesting. Maybe I'll do a video about that in the coming week or two here. Kind of have been trying to schedule my stuff, but this is black. Come on, baby. Staryu or Starmie? Come on. 3, 2, 1. Yes, sir! Finally pulled it. The Starmie V. Absolutely gorgeous. Come on, baby. I used my one-time dealer for February, and it paid off. What an absolute gem of a card that is. Yes, sir. Absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. I mean, this is turning into a good video. Come on, baby. If you keep ripping packs long enough, you get the cards, I guess. I mean, that really sounds very degenerate and gambly, but it's part of the fun too, because my goodness, Pokemon is fun when you actually get some hits on occasion. Hot diggity. Well, I'm pumped now. That one, I'll have to take a closer look, but I could be sending that into PSA for grading, because that is just one of my favorite cards out of Sword and Shield. Love it. We got 2 packs left. Come on. Come on. Coming up this week, I finally have had time to figure out all of the bracket information from... Ooh, we got 2 packs left, not one. All the bracket information left from our Sword and Shield bracket that we did in January. What is going on with this pack? So we went through, we had a bracket going on all of January, going through the top cards, best artwork out of Sword and Shield. And we're going to go through all of that, how the bracket ran, what card came out on top. Lilligant. You probably won't be shocked at what card came out on top, even though I was actually, in the grand scheme of things, a little disappointed. But I won't spoil it if you weren't there for it. And so that'll be coming out on Wednesday, and we'll figure it out. So, last pack here. If you haven't joined the Discord yet, you really should, because we're talking about all sorts of stuff, and it's been a lot of fun, to be honest with you. Another V? Could we pull Starmie back to back? I don't even know. Or the Garchomp, maybe? 3, 2, 1. Holy jeez. What is going on? This is turning into the most ridiculous opening of Astral Radiance ever. Last pack magic, and we get another Starmie V? What is happening to these packs? Oh my goodness. 5 hits and 2 of the top trainer gallery card out of the set. Lilligant V, Heatran VMAX Rainbow card, Cleaver. Oh my goodness gracious. This is something else. Come on now. What is happening? That is hot. That's going to do it for me at the Poke Office. I hope you enjoyed that as much as I did, because that was insane. Make sure to subscribe to the channel with bell notifications on. Hit the like button. Leave a comment to be entered to win that Charizard EX Super Rare from Japanese 151. Until my next video, peace!